Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Jace Tunnell from the UT Marine Science Institute at Port Aransas. And he's a biologist, and normally your job is to do research and education about the coastal bend, or where?
Yeah, about estuaries. And
Estuaries.
So that's kind of our main thing, is research and education.
So what is an estuary? People don't know what that is.
Well, where the rivers meet the sea. So our bays, where the bays are, where people love to go fishing, there's seagrass, and kind of the nursery grounds for all the animals that we like.
I keep telling everybody, if you like shrimp, you need to let the baby shrimp grow so they can become big shrimp. And believe it or not, they're in all that yucky grass. No people walk in that, they go, ew, it's so gross, but it's the nursery. That's where the babies hide. Anyway, if I told you the word nurdle, you'd think I'm talking about a toy or something like this, but a nurdle is actually not good for us, and let me show you what we're talking about. Vanessa, can we get the zoom in close up? Because a little while ago, you discovered some nurdles on the beach and you started picking them up.
Right, so these are little plastic pellets, which are the basis of everything plastic. So anything in your household that's plastic, first it was a nurdle, but the nurdles have never been made into an actual product.
See, I thought a nurdle was a new word that you invented.
No, actually, in the early 90s, if you Wikipedia, it was found in the early 90s. Nobody knows the origin of it, but that's what we call them.
So, you know, I would mistake this as a grain of sand or a rock or something, or a shell, but this is actual plastic.
Right, yeah, and that's the unfortunate part. Probably the biggest impact of this is wildlife eating it. And so, you know, we find that sea turtles, shorebirds, and fish are the main ones that consume this, because it looks like something that's natural, like fish eggs.
Well, I wanted to congratulate you because you started a little bit of a Facebook phenomenon here. So tell them about the Nurdle Patrol.
Yeah, well, so when we first found these pellets last September, we thought, well, let's monitor to see how far they spread, how long they're going to be around. So we started up this closed Facebook page called Nurdle Patrol. And so now there's over 800 citizen scientists that have sent in data to us, and what we do is we take that data of how many they find within a 10-minute period and the location, we put it on a map, and we can show where the highest concentrations are, which then we work with state and federal agencies to be able to show them that so that they can further investigate where the source is coming from.
So if someone is out beachcombing or hanging out at St. Joe Island or something like that, and they run into a pile of this stuff, what should they do?
Well, once they find their first nurdle, they start their clock for 10 minutes. They pick up as many as they can, and then they email me. And so if they type in Nurdle Patrol into Google, you know, all the information will come up on how to contact me.
And so this was something that hadn't been done. I mean, we have the bay cleanups every quarter. We beach cleanups, and we go out there and we pick up trash. But these are being mistaken as natural, and they're not.
Right, a lot of people said, oh, I've seen those there before, but I thought they were fish eggs or shells or rocks or something like that. But you know, what's typical, and yesterday I actually went out and did a survey. I do them about 3 times a week, and I found 106 in 10 minutes. So that tells you how many are out there.
Ah, that's not good.
Right.
You know, plastic is a wonderful invention. It came, in the 1950s, when plastic, before that there was no plastic. It was either metal or glass. I remember the milk jugs that were actually glass, but now we have this problem, and I wanted to show you this. It's kind of a sad thing if you ever find one of these. Why are these holes there?
Well, these are turtle bites, and you know, we've done studies, long-term studies, over a 2-year period collecting trash off the beach, and we've counted and looked at colors of the types of plastics that turtles bite, and they don't care what color it is. At some portion of their life, they're so interested in it that they just bite into anything.
Well, you know,
here's a croc.
This is
look.
This is a croc of a shoe that looked like a car, and they just bit it up. Now, you know, I say it's sad because that means that the turtle ate that piece of plastic. It's in there. They can't digest it, so it's not going to be healthy for them.
Right. So what we know is the smaller turtles eat more plastic than the older ones. Some of the plastic they can pass through their guts. Some of them they can't. And so if they eat enough of it, they feel like they're full and they can starve to death, and that's the real impact.
You know, so like I said, plastic is a great invention. Yes, you probably have one of these at home. It's a ketchup bottle, or a mustard bottle, but if you leave it out there or you let it float away, it becomes floating debris. And you know, the thing about our Gulf currents is it brings us stuff that we really don't want. You were talking about these. I can't believe that this actually floated to our beach.
Yeah, this is real common. So every time I see one, I pick one up, but it's a vinegar bottle from Haiti.
From Haiti. We know that for sure.
We know that for sure. And so they're real easy to tell. They've got a pinch top on it. And so if you ever see one of these, almost all of them have turtle bites in them.
So pick them up if you can.
Pick them up.
If you see nurdles floating around or in the sand and I thought those were rocks, but now we know nurdles are all over the place, and we need to track them, find out where they came from, and get something to do to clean them up.
Right.
Jace, good to see you again, man.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with more Coastal Living coming up right after this.
You're watching Coastal Living on KZTV, the only lifestyle show made in the Coastal Bend for the Coastal Bend.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.